All right, now what is belief? Belief is the acceptance that a statement is true or that something does exist. It is trust, faith, or confidence in someone or something. A belief system is a set of principles or tendencies or tenets that gather together to form the basis of a philosophy or a moral code or a religion, for sure. Now, some examples of belief systems that I found online that I agree with are um, God, witches, motherland, and they also put assassination conspiracies, whatever, but they're just examples of what belief systems would be. So, different types of religions would fall underneath the umbrella of God in this example. Now, this is going to be about understanding that belief is personal knowing. Okay, belief is personal knowing because your personal knowing is all based on what you believe to be true. Right? You don't move in your life based on what you know to be not true. Right? Every decision that you make is generally based on what you believe to be indeed true. Now, with that information, it's very important to understand that we need to have a very strong grounding on what we know to be true. Because our truth is not only going to be our guiding light in our life, but our truth will dictate what and whom we allow or don't allow to have authority in our life. Now, there is one example of a belief system that is not in the examples that I already shared, but it's a big one. Law, okay? Law. Law is indeed a belief system. Law, LAW, and God are two different belief systems. And we've definitely come during to a time where we are faced with a choice between the two belief systems, right? Now, to live by the law is not to necessarily live by God. And to live by God, it is possible to participate or partake in what you would consider the law, but really you're just following the will of God regardless, because so I will have to take that statement back. So anyway, the law. Many of our belief systems have been trained to depend on, to follow, to obey the law, while the law takes over our lives and makes us slaves on a daily basis, right? We need to um, have a reform and get closer to God. But this would require a complete change in our belief system, the way we believe and what we believe and how we believe. Um, it's a very, very complex topic. It's not a very popular topic. It's definitely on some weird shit. I won't lie to you. Especially during times like these, to be explicit when you know the upgrade on the slave is major right now. Like the things that they want the slave to do is crazy. The way they want to juice the slave, abuse the slave, and it's like, hold on. Shout out to Brooklyn. Hold on. So it's like no one wants to be a part of that. But that is now what is a part of believing so heavily in the law and not so much in God. It is a problem, you know. I'm not worried about getting a lot of views on this one. I'm ready for my one viewer. I'm ready for you. This is for you and me and you. But it's true, you know. The law wants to take over your mind, your body, and your soul and completely detach you from nature and the Most High Creator. That's the choice you want to make for safety. Who you who you what's safer than God? Who are you safer with than God? You know, and also I wanted to also talk about how I do want to incorporate um, Bible scripture more into this podcast as a point of reference because I have the understanding, and I believe you have the understanding too, my one viewer. You know, because I know this one ain't gonna be for everybody. You know that we have to understand that this scripture is meant to be used as a tool to help guide. It's not something that is like this just ain't it ain't talking. It's talking about virtues and principles. It's not necessarily talking about actual people. We understand this, so we can use this tool properly, you know, and I was flipping through some of the pages, me on my tablet, chilling. Um, I don't even think I was smoking, but anyway, um, I was kicking it, reading the scriptures, and it was made a point, and it was saying how 'cause they was trying to call Jesus the devil in one of the scriptures. I think it was in Matthew. And he pretty much like, how can I be the devil? The devil's not gonna drive out the devil. A house divided against itself is going to fall. So I would have to be the light. You know what I'm saying? And like these are the types of things that I feel like we need to expose to one another on a daily basis, on a podcastly basis, on a postly basis, because these are the things that are going to be driving forces on our day-to-day journeys. You understand? I feel like these are the things that are going to help, all of the freedom warriors out here who are trying to drive out the darkness. And I feel like, you know, we like to take. Hold up. If you listen closely, you can hear the train. Huh. Yeah. All right. So, yeah, like this is what we need. This is what we need to hear.